Hi, it is Wednesday morning, 7th of August, and it is 8 a.m. in New York. This channel is Drips Media, and I will be covering stock market action before the market opens after a few turbulent trading days. The regular trading for the U.S. stock market opens at 9:30 a.m. My name is Daniela Drips. I will be quickly covering yesterday's closing data, main indexes, and the key companies. Please follow us online.
Good morning. This is Drips Media, lid from New York. Drips Media, the revolutionary digital service that transforms the way you stay informed. With Drips Media, you get real-time news delivered in dynamic short video clips, keeping you updated on the latest headlines as they happen. Our cutting-edge technology curates and condenses top stories. Whether you're on the go or just need a quick update, Drips News ensures you're always in the know, effortlessly. Stay connected, stay informed, and experience news like never before with Drips News.
All three major indices ended the trading day in positive territory, effectively putting an end to the downward trend we've seen over the past few days. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at 38,997.7, marking a 0.8% increase. The S&P 500 also saw gains, closing at 5,240, a 1% rise. The tech-heavy NASDAQ wasn't far behind, finishing the day at 16,366.9 with a 1% gain. Turning now to individual stocks, Apple experienced a slight dip yesterday, closing at $207.20. This marks the second consecutive day of losses for the tech giant. Meanwhile, Google continues to face headwinds, closing at $158.30. This is the fourth straight day of losses for the search engine giant. On a more positive note, Microsoft saw gains, closing at $399.60. This positive movement reverses 5 consecutive days of losses for the software titan. Microsoft's rival, Apple, hasn't fared as well. The iPhone maker closed at $207.20, a 1% decrease, marking 2 consecutive days of losses. Looking at the bigger picture, Apple's stock is down 5.3% over the past 5 days and 6.7% for the month. Despite these recent dips, the company is still holding onto an 8% gain since the start of the year. It's also worth noting that Apple has seen gains on 5 out of the last 10 trading days. Amazon ended the trading day at $161.90, a 0.6% increase. This positive movement marks a turnaround for the e-commerce giant, effectively reversing 3 consecutive days of losses. Meta Platforms also had a strong showing, closing at $494.10. This represents a significant 3.9% gain for the social media company, putting an end to a 2-day losing streak. NVIDIA, a major player in the semiconductor industry, closed at $104.30. This 3.8% surge reversed 3 consecutive days of losses for the chipmaker. NVIDIA's gains are particularly impressive when we look at the bigger picture. The company's stock is up 6.7% over the past 5 days and an impressive 4.1% for the month. Since the start of the year, NVIDIA has seen a staggering 40% increase in its stock price. The chipmaker has also seen gains on 5 out of the last 10 trading days. Meta Platforms also closed the day on a high note, reaching $494.10. This translates to a 3.9% gain, effectively reversing 2 consecutive days of losses. Zooming out, Meta's stock has climbed 6.7% over the past 5 days and 4.1% for the month. Since the beginning of the year, the social media giant has seen its stock price soar by an impressive 40%. It's also worth noting that Meta has experienced gains on 5 out of the last 10 trading days. Shifting our focus to the financial sector, all major banks finished the day in positive territory. Bank of America closed at $36.90, a 0.7% gain, snapping a 4-day losing streak. Similarly, JP Morgan saw its stock price rise by 2.8%, closing at $200.30, also putting an end to 4 consecutive days of losses. Morgan Stanley ended the day at $93, a 1% increase, reversing 3 days of losses. Turning to the credit card companies, both Visa and MasterCard saw gains. Visa closed at $258.30, a 0.7% increase, reversing the previous day's losses. MasterCard ended the day at $448.30, a 1.4% gain, effectively ending a 3-day losing streak. American Express also saw positive movement, closing at $231.10. This 2.3% increase marked a turnaround for the company, reversing 3 consecutive days of losses. Let's take a closer look at Bank of America's performance. The banking giant closed at $36.90, a 0.7% gain, effectively snapping a 4-day losing streak. However, zooming out reveals a different picture. The bank's stock has tumbled 10.6% over the past 5 days and is down 8.4% for the month. Despite these recent setbacks, Bank of America is still clinging to an 11% gain since the start of the year. Looking at the recent past, the bank has only seen gains on 2 out of the last 10 trading days. Now, let's delve into the world of cryptocurrencies, where we saw some notable gains yesterday. Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency by market cap, closed at $57,495.70, marking a 2.6% increase. This positive movement marks 2 consecutive days of gains for Bitcoin. Dogecoin also experienced a surge, closing at 10 cents. This represents a significant 4.1% gain for the meme-inspired cryptocurrency, marking its 2nd consecutive day of gains. Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, wasn't far behind, finishing the day at $2,536.90 with a 3.2% gain. Like Bitcoin and Dogecoin, this marks the 2nd consecutive day of gains for Ethereum. Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, closed at $57,459, a 2.5% increase. This marks 2 consecutive days of gains for Bitcoin. However, zooming out reveals a different picture. Bitcoin's value has tumbled 6.4% over the past 5 days and is down 11.1% for the month. Despite these recent setbacks, Bitcoin is still holding on to a 36% gain since the start of the year. Looking at the recent past, Bitcoin has only seen gains on 3 out of the last 10 trading days.